All right, so very walk down memory lane. Ratio of boys to girls in the 6th grade is 2 to 3, so I like to label. You should too. If there's 24 boys, so I guess, right, there's 24 boys. How many girls are there? This one is easy. Side to side is times 12, so times 12, 36. Okay. Now, they're all independent of each other. So the second question, if there are 80 students, how many of them are boys and girls? Well, for that one, I'm going to need to add one more layer here. 2 boys, 3 girls. That makes, when I have a total of 5, 2 are boys and 3 are girls, right? Now, on the other side, write the total here. What happens when there are 80 students? How many are boys and girls? Again, you can use that, which is 16. So it's times 16, right? You use that relationship again. We get 32, 48, and 32 plus 48 is 80. So when there's 80 kids, 48 are girls, 32 boys. Okay. When there's 75 in total. So let me go back here, use this again. So when there's 75 in total, how many more girls are there than boys? Well, let's find out how many we have, first of all, of each. So that would be times 15. So this would be times 15, which makes 45 girls, times 15, which make it 30 boys. So when there's 75 students, how many more girls? We have 15 more girls. Okay. Use whatever you want. I gave you options today. Tape diagram, number line, double number lines, just proportions. 35 children and 10, so I'm going to write 35C for children and 10 adults at a cookout. What's the ratio of adults to children? The ratio of adults to children would be 10 to 35. If we simplify that, by both sides by 5, we get 2 to 7. 2 adults for every 7 children. What's the ratio of children to total people at the cookout? So there's 35 children, and there's a total of 45 people. So, sorry, no, right. 35 children, and there's a total of 45 total people in this cookout. We can definitely simplify this. We'll make it 7 over 9. 7 children for every 9, for 9 total. Okay. 5 more children came to the cookout. So if we have 5 more children, now we have 40 children. Let me just write that down. We still have 10 adults. What's the new ratio of children to total people? Well, 5 more children, and I have 40 children. To a total of, now there's 40 plus 10, 50 total. Ratio of M&Ms to green M&Ms to yellow is 2 to 5. If there are only green and yellow M&Ms in the bag, what is the smallest number of M&Ms? So if there's only green and yellow, well, we have 2 green and 5 yellow, right? That's the minimum. So the total here would be 7. So the bare minimum you should have is 7. Okay. If there are 84s, how many 84 M&Ms? How many are green? So let's 2 greens for every 5 yellow. So right now that gives me a 7 total. But what happens when there's 84 total M&Ms in the bag? Well, then we can easily find a relationship, right? It's times 12, so everything would be times 12, times 12. So green ones we would have 24, yellow ones we would have 60. And does that up to 84? It does. So good. What happens if you added red to the bag in part B? To get a total of 100. So what is the ratio of green to yellow to red? Let me back up here. So if you added red M&Ms to the bag in part B to get a total of 100, so you need to add 16 red, right? So if you add 16, you would get a total of 100 now. What's the ratio of green to yellow to red? So there would be how many greens? 24 greens. How many yellows? Let me write it like that. 24 greens. Yellow would be 60, and red would be 16. We can definitely simplify this. Let's divide this by 4. So that would be 6, 15, and 4. So there would be the ratio of green to yellow to red. 5, Brian, Tim, and Kenny get paid $240. They split the money in the ratio of 5, 9 to 10. So 5 to Brian, 9 to Tim. Right, $5 Brian gets, $9 go to Tim, and Kenny, he gets 10. They split the money. How much less did Brian make than Tim? Well, let's figure it out. So at this moment, $5 plus 9 is 14. So at this moment, there was a total of $24, right? And out of the $24, Kenny got 10, Tim got 9, and Brian got 5. So what happens though when $240 are split in that same ratio? Well, it'd be times 10, so that means times 10, times 10, times 10. So Brian would get 50, Tim would get 90, and Kenny would get 100. And if you add that up, do you get 240? Yeah, you would. So what's the question here? How much less did Brian make than Tim? He made $40 less. Brian complained about making so much less. The boys decided to break the ratio into 3, 4, 5. How much more money does Brian make? Well, if the ratio is 3, 4, 5, 3 for Brian, 4 for Tim, and 5 for Kenny, right? So that means that right now they have a total of $12. So if you have $12, 5 goes for Kenny, 4 for Tim, and 3 for Brian. What happens if they split that initial 240 in that way? So this is definitely times 20, right? So everything is times 20. So Brian actually would get $60. Tim would get $80. And then Kenny would get $100. Is that still equal to 240? Yes, it does. So if they split that in this manner, how much more does Brian make? Well, he makes, if you compare 60 and 50, he makes $10 more. Ratio of students who wear glasses to the total is 2 to 5. So for every 2, so 2 people wear glasses. We're comparing people who wear wax to the total number of kids. There's 5 total kids in this class. 5 total kids in this class. I like kids. Which means then that there's 2 who wear glasses, right? So if there's 5 total, that's also we can infer that 3 don't wear glasses, right? What's the ratio of students who wear glasses to those who don't? Well, I just answered that. So it would be 2 and 3, right? 2 people wear, 3 don't. If there are 15 kids who don't wear glasses, how many students are in the class? So I can use that information. So I know that 2 kids wear glasses, 3 kids, let me write DW for don't wear glasses, right? So if there are 15 kids that don't wear glasses, how many kids are in the class? Well, let's find out how many kids wear glasses. So if there's 3 kids that don't wear glasses, 15 kids that don't wear glasses, what's the relationship here? Times 5, so that means that they're going to be times 5, 10 kids who don't wear glasses. Who wear glasses, sorry. So, and in that class, we would have 10 plus 15, 25 total students. If 5 of the students who didn't wear glasses now do, and I guess they're talking about question C, because in question C, we found out that 10 kids wear glasses compared to 15 kids who don't wear glasses. Let me write DW. What's the ratio of students who wear glasses to the 5 students who didn't wear glasses now do? So basically 15 kids don't wear glasses. Now 5 of them now do. So that's going to decrease. Don't wear glasses. And this is going to increase. 15. So 15 wear glasses and 10 don't wear glasses. Right? That's switched. What's the ratio of students who wear glasses to who don't wear glasses? Well, let's simplify this. And it becomes 3. Divide both sides by 5. 3 to 2. 3 for every 3 kids that wear glasses, 2 don't. 6. Justin's making cookies. Oh, I forgot. Speaking of cookies, I was supposed to make falafel today. What do we have? What's the relationship? The ratio of flour to chocolate. All right, C for chocolate, and 1 for sugar. So that's the ratio. 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of chocolate, and 1 ratio. I don't know if it's cups, so I take that back. 4 flour, 2 chocolate, 1 sugar. If he's using 8 cups of flour, so that's the recipe, but let's say he now is using 8 cups of flour, how many cups of sugar, or how many portions of sugar and how many portions of flours will he need? Well, he increased everything by a factor of 4, so everything has to be increased by a factor of 4. So now he's going to need 16 units of flour, and 1 times 4, and 4 units of sugar. To make 3 batches of cookies, what's the ratio of flour to chocolate? What's the ratio of flour to chocolate chips to sugar? So to make 3 batches, we would literally, that's 1 batch, right? So to make 3 batches, batches, times 3, right? Because we're going to increase everything by 3. So we get 12 to 6 flour, chocolate, and then this will be 3 sugar. Okay. All right. So 7, ratio of boys to girls. So boys is 7, girls 11. There are total 49 boys. How many? Okay, so equals, here's my proportion. I'll do this using proportion of boys to girls. If there's 49 boys now, well, times 7, and this will be times 7, which gives me 77. And total, that would give me 9 and 7 is 6, carry 1, 8, 126 in total people in the classroom. Ratio of marbles is 6 to 7. Marbles to stones, so 6 marbles, all right, and 7 stones. That's the ratio. If there's 42 marbles, how many stones are there? Well, that's easy. It's just times 7, and then times 7. And this is 49 stones. The ratio of coins to notes in the bag. So this is coins to notes. Let me use a tape diagram. So 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 24 coins. How many notes are there? If there are 24 coins, that means in these 3 boxes, I divide 24 by 3 and I get that, right? So I got to represent the 24 coins. 8 plus 8 plus 8. So in tape diagram, once you find one number, guess what? Every other number is the same. So that means coins, I have 24. Let's add up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So how many notes are there? 64. Tape diagram is really a nice tool to use. Ratio of black bags to blue bags is 5 to 3. Let's see if I can use another tape diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, right? There are 10 total black bags. How many blue bags are there? Okay, so well, there are 5 boxes. In order to add, for those 5 boxes to add up to 10, I have to put 2 in each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then that means I put this. So when there are 10 black bags, I'll have 6 blue bags and then a total of 16. Although they're not asking for the total. Let me use the last one, the tape diagram again. Oh, 11. Not the last one. So, just to illustrate, trucks, cars. Trucks is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then cars is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 21 trucks, so that means that over here there should be a total of 21 in these 7 boxes. So the only way that happens is if I put a 3 there. Right, so which means the other boxes are also 3. So when there's 21 trucks, how many cars will I have? Well, 3 times 8 is 24. Red and green. The red is 4. The green is 6. If there are a total of 32 reds, so in these 4 boxes here, I should have 32. How many green ribbons will I have? Well, in order for these boxes to add up to 32, each of these boxes should have 8, which means the bottom ones will have 8. So when you only have 32 red ribbons, green will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8, which is 48. Okay, so pick your poison, either this or the proportions, whichever makes life easier for you.